welcome friends. So this is Mainak. So this is a member only video for the members. So I have designed the building here, completed the initial steps, and now I want to make the structure safe and complete the structural drawings. So we'll do that. So I'll do a little bit less of the talking part, and I'll just do whatever I'm doing. And later I think we can make a base video to explain on the process if you guys want to know. So we'll continue with this. Let's check the orientation. It's failing now, so we'll check the orientation. So which particular side is measurement is more, so we'll check that. As per that, we'll provide the orientation. So this side, as you can see, obviously this side is more, so we'll provide a more length in this side. Yeah, so let's provide these two columns same orientation. 300 or 250. 250, let's try first. Don't think it will get passed in 250. Design selection static. Okay, one is passing on 0.837 and another one is not passing. So let's check what is the reinforcement is giving here. Yeah, 416. So it is passing comfortably. Rather, this one is also passing comfortably, and this one, I think this one is having some little bit more reinforcement, is 0.97, as this one is also passing. So I'll get back to this later. Let's check this one. So I think this one needs to have an orientation change, because this, as you can see, this is large span, so like it's, so orientation is very much. So let's see if 250 does the solution here along this side, and then click on OK. So I think design selection static, actually that particular other column will also affect this, but yeah, this column will also affect this. So we have these two spans here for this column, and here also I'll just do this one also here, breadth as 250. Now let's see whether it affects anything, and select this two, and then design selection static. So we'll go with design selection static here. I think it have some effect, 14.21 and this is 7.07. so obviously it will have take some little bit more size. So we'll go with the next possible size here, 300. We'll check it later. So let's check what is it trying to tell here. So this particular thing, I think I'll give orientation along this side. So what is the ratio, by the way? 2.5. It's not a little bit that much, so we'll give this ratio of size of, let's say, 250 here. This we can give 250, and for this one, obviously you can check this particular column. So this side, the orientation is more, so this is already I've defined as 230 to 230, and this one is your 230 to 230, and this one is also your 230 to 230, and this one is also. So these sizes, this particular sizes, what we need to do, we'll just select this, and after this we'll do the same size. We'll just do this particular size as your 250, and then OK, and this also we'll just select and we'll do this as your 250. This also, let's do this as 250 here, and then we'll check, and after we do this as 250, now we'll have a check on the entire elements. Let's see here, we have changed everything almost. We have done this as 250, and if possible we may also do this as 300. So we'll go design and design all static, after having done this, we'll select this also and check the ratio here. So the ratio here, as you can see, it's 1.649, and this is 1.9.617, and this one is also 1.649, and this one is also 1.5. So we go for the next size here, and the next size is obviously your section is here 300 into 230. This is the section here, and we'll go and click on design and then design all static. So let's see now what the difference it makes. Possibly it will be a little bit more. Go to review and check out in a little detail the ratio. So let's see the review the front columns first. Now this one is carrying an okay load. I think this one is still 4016, and this is the maximum load. So this one is still, you know, like it's not safe, but the ratio is 1.397. I think this can be passed easily. I still believe that after if I change the orientation of some of the other columns, this can, you know, change. So if I just do this to the next size and change this to 230 into 300, and let's check here. After that, right click and then design, and then the section I think will be adequate to take all the required loads. Yes, it is. It is sufficient enough to take all the loads here. So similarly in this case also, I need to, you know, increase this a little bit. So this one, okay, I cannot increase, don't want to actually increase it more than 300. So we'll check here what is the ratio later, but this one definitely, it, as you can see, this one and this one, it's failing by some margin. So these two, I think I can increase it to your 350. 350 will increase it to 350, and then click on OK, and then we'll just right click, and after that right click on design selection and then static, and then we'll go to review and ratio. Now it's 1.9 and it's 2.623, so it's come closer. So let's check the orientation is correct or not. Design member static, check the ratio. As you can see, it's going up still. From the bottom actually it's passed, and the top it's going up, so it's strange. It might be possible that if I change the orientation, it becomes safer. So that's the issue here in this particular column. In the bottom it's passing. So if I just change the orientation, what's happened here, rotation by 90, let's check what happens here. Here also rotation doesn't help. If I just rotate it by 90 degrees, and design both the columns here, design selection static, so it doesn't help definitely. Ratio, as you can see, 1.932, 2.632. So here also you can check the particular option here. The ratios are increasing still, so it's effect of other columns. Rotations are definitely not the case here, and rotations I'll just do back as 0. So this is the case by default here, and we'll try to solve this further. You know, if this 350 is not enough, then it should be something more. But let's finish the issues of the other column. What is this problem here? 2.05 to 230 doesn't seem to be enough here. 250. So if you just do this as your 300, 230 into 300, and then design, right click and design member static. So if we change this rotation angle here like this and then design, then also it doesn't seem to have any change. So we'll just change back the rotation angle to 0 and we'll go as to 230 into 350 and then design. Still it is not able to pass. Okay, so is it passing in 400? So still it is not passing, so there must be something wrong here actually. I think I'll go back as 230 to 300 and I think I'll just change this 230 to, let's say, 250 and then check. Three hundred and 300. So that's the case actually, this needed some width, so that's why it was not passing. So now as you can see 8 to 16, so if I do a 300 into 350 also, it will give the lessen the reinforcement a little bit. I think it will be 40 16 now. It's still 80 16, so I think I'll just switch it back to 300 and 300 because that was better for it. And I think this is the same thing issue for this case also. So it is T50 into 230, so I don't think that much is needed. I think 230 into 300 is enough. 230 into 300. Only thing is that here I think this needs a little bit more. Maybe here it needs 300 into 300. Let's see. So it is showing signs of passing now, so at least go with 300 350. Orientation should be on the other side actually, so yeah, this should be your 350 and this should be your 300. Right click and then design selection, static. So this is passed I think, but ratio is high, so it's just the reinforcement will be high I think. 8 to 16 I think we can manage on that. 60-16, actually this option is better actually. Okay, we'll just come back later whether I want to increase the size and see if I just do this based, like, depends on the cost. If I just do this as 3, okay, I know I cannot do this more than 3 actually. 400 I cannot do. Okay, now let's come to these things. So I guess this will, okay, this is also failing. Don't think so it will be failing. Okay, so it has some moment problem. So let's check the orientation and provide a orientation like this. So what is the size? 230 into 230. It's also failing. In the top also, as you can see, it's increasing the ratio. Okay, let's provide it. The top, as you can see, the moment is increasing. So I think we'll provide a orientation to it, and you can check what the orientation you need to provide here. So for this particular portion, let's see here, this is 3.759 and this is 4.0. I think we need to provide orientation here on this side for this too. And if I need to provide orientation here, what should I do? And this, so here also I need, if I just needed to provide, I need to provide like this. So like this we need to provide, and we'll check for this also, if just in case if this is also required. 3 point and this is the same. So this I think we can provide orientation for this particular column like this here, or okay here. So the orientations will be the same if you want to provide a different orientation. So it will be, let's provide for all these 3. Let's provide a size of 230 into 250. Why this should be remaining? I think this also will be the same thing. And let's do the design all static just to check all this 4 columns. I want it passing comfortably with 40-16. 40-16. 40-16. 40-16. And 40-16. Another thing, as you can see, okay, this difference has reduced a little bit. Okay, this row's problems solved. Next, let's see what we can do for this. This one, I think the problem had been solved here. 40-16 it is. This is 60-16, it's failing in some points. How can it fail, like this? Actually, this is a little bit strange. It's failing like this. The ratio is increasing in the mid span. Okay, the orientation is wrong. Let me just check. Rotation 90, and then right click and then design, selection static. It doesn't make any difference. Let's design the whole thing and then confirm whether it does make any difference or not. No, it doesn't. Okay, it is actually passing, but only for the ratio. Also, it is okay. Only for the stirrups, I think it's okay. Longitudinal bars. Okay, I think I'll take that. But actually, it is 8 bars of 16 mm. So 8 bars of 16 mm in this particular small size, 213 to 250, is actually not possible. That's why it is failing. But you can check which one is better. Actually, 213 to 250 with the rotation. This was like this, and with zero orientation. Now zero orientation also it was like this. So it didn't make it any better. 0.846876. So let's check the column here. So yeah, this size should be more, but I think I can, if you if you don't want 8 bars of 16 mm, because this has, as you can see, this has 4 bars of 16, and here 8 bars of 16 is more. So I'll do this as more. If I do this as 300, let me see if this makes any difference here, whether it wants this. Yeah, I think it wanted actually this little bit width, just wanted a little bit width. Let me see if I over provided. 250 would also do. Now 250 will increase the bar size by 2 to be 6 bars of, so I'll go with 4 bars. 4 bars is better than 6 bars. Now coming to this one. This is 8 bars of 16 mm. So that should all should be enough. And now when we have got all the drawings, because both the drawings are same, so I'll just import and take my file which I had of the last drawing which I prepared. I think it was Mr. Anuj Verma, and structural drawing. Let me take this, and this is Anurag Verma. Paste it. Just make this Mr. Change the name, Mr. Anurag Verma. So this is the file. Which I need. So this was Mr. Anuj Verma's thing. I think this was the file, this one. Just copy this and I'll just go to Anurag Verma, and I can delete this now and paste it here, and just open this file. I'll try this particular format. I think this will work. 1:150. This will be Mr. in place of Vimal. I'll just do this as Anurag, and this one will be 291, and this one also will be 291. Date, I'll just change this date. I think this should be changed as per the drawing here. DXF, yeah, I think it's so it's west and east, south, north. So it's west, east, west, north, east, south. That's the arrangement. If I go like this, west, north, west, north, east, south. So this is the case, west, north, east, south. These things have been done, and project code and all have been modified. So after this has been modified, what we'll do, we'll just change these things which we need. So in case we need all these things, we'll just copy and keep this, but these things in general will be different. These are the things which will be different. So now let's just import the things, and we'll do it silently.